Welcome back to this last segment of the night of the Fourth Estate. I apologize. Of the Fourth Estate on NTV, and we are that's another show that I do somewhere else. Welcome back to the Fourth Estate, and the mayor just made a statement. The Lord Mayor just made a statement that the 29 councillors who voted against him were bribed with $10,000 that they wrote to State House.
17.
They wrote to State House demanding they were given $10,000 and were accommodated in a hotel the night before they voted to impeach him on a promise that they would receive $17,000. I like you said that.
That's what I said, and I stand by that statement. I own it up.
Rodney, let me turn to you on this. If things are this, I don't know, political bribery may not be an entirely new thing in this country. Right. So, but the Lord Mayor's statement has to be subjected to some verification to confirm. Right. And we unfortunately don't have some, either a councillor or any person who might have paid out that money or promising to pay the balance of that money.
If the push comes to the shove, I can bring a councillor who attended one of those meetings and rejected this money.
Can you name the councillor?
The youth the councillor representing the youth in Kampala called Aida Nakuya. She has been all over the media waves saying, actually stating exactly what I'm saying. And she can come here and tell you, I was in a meeting where those councillors demanded for the money.
So right, we get the point now, but what do you hope to achieve right now working with people whose integrity is in question? Why do you still want to be Lord Mayor of Kampala? What can you achieve possibly with a bunch of...
I'm saying the situation is not irredeemable.
No, but people have been bribed, you're saying, to vote against you. So why now do you want to fight so hard to keep the job and work with them?
And I'm saying this is not the first time they are being compromised. It has happened before, and I've tried to address it, because the way you are dealing with this cancer afflicting this country, it's not, I mean, like, I'm going to get all of them and then kill them and so on and so forth. Because these are people who were elected, and they are still there. I have no powers to sack them.
See, my concern
is
you,
why do you insist on being Lord Mayor?
My concern is that you're too obsessed with this narrow idea of being Lord Mayor of Kampala, to the point that it becomes a very silly idea. And at the expense of the issues facing us.
You are being unfair to me.
There
is a cause I champion. Beyond that.
Why is the issue of who is boss at KCCA such a big deal for you?
In any given institution, there is a hierarchy of leadership. There is a chain of command. If it breaks down, it is anarchy. Actually, the thing you were talking about, service delivery, can only be given to you. The quality services you are craving for can only be delivered by a functional institution. And a functional institution must have a chain of leadership. For any TV to function normally, there is leadership. So it's not a simple issue. You don't trivialize it.
No, but
in a country, there is a head of state. If today you are saying there is no head of state,
do you believe
what does that mean?
Do you believe, Mr. Lord Mayor, that we actually need two positions? Forget the law, but do you believe that actually this country, this Kampala needs a Lord Mayor and a KCCA director? Do we need both, you think?
Today,
do we need both?
I want to answer you by giving you evidence of what actually happened today. I attended a mass in Rubaga, presided over by the Archbishop, His Grace Archbishop Cyprian Ruanga. And actually he had to demonstrate the kind of situation we are facing. He got water and oil, poured it in a glass, and said, this is the situation in the KCCA. It would not mix water and oil. Then he got another glass. He put there a soda, it was a Fanta and water, and said, do you see the solution here? It mixes up properly. That is a democratic situation. And by giving this demonstration of a glass containing water and oil, he said that is the situation created in Kampala by the state, the dual system, whereby you have the entire public service appointed by the central government. Then that is the bureaucracy, which is supposed to run the programs we have initiated as the political leadership. And the political leadership has got also a hierarchy. From the Lord Mayor, the authority councillors, you have 5 mayors of division urban councils, Each of those councils has got an average of 45 councillors. You have parish leadership. So it's another system of local government where powers are devolved to the lower systems. Now, you are saying in Article 5 that Kampala is administered by the central government. But again, you are creating another hierarchy of leadership. There are over 250 elected leaders in Kampala in this system I've mentioned, excluding the parish and the local, ward or village councils. So in that kind of mix, you are saying, and you are trivializing the issue to reduce it to a power struggle between Lukwago and Jennifer. But you go down and look at the mayors of division urban councils. You ask Mayor Nyakana of Kampala Central, what is the situation like in Kampala Central? Where is the political head? Is it any better at State Hall? So we need to look at this issue in a broader sense.
Yes, you talked about the need for hierarchy. The Cases Here Act places you under the Minister for Kampala.
Oh, yes.
Have you worked with the ministers for Kampala? You have had three, from Kabakumba Masiko, Muruli Mukasa, and now Frank Tumwebaze. Have you worked with any of them and accepted them as...
I worked with Muruli Mukasa for a year. Tell me the kind of clashes we had. Even when he offended me, at one point, Justice Mwangusha directed that the interpretation of the act should be done by the council. Go back. I filed the case for interpretation. So when I brought it to the attention of the authority, members expressed this, inadequacy of the capacity to do so. They said, get us experts. I arranged a workshop involving a minister, including the very minister, the Attorney General, Honorable of Mwesige, Justice Kanyamba, and others. At the 11th hour, when actually we are reporting in a hotel in Entebbe for the meeting to kick off, Muruli Mukasa, by stroke of a pen, calls it off. Did I take offense? Did I? Of course, he brought down a very wonderful program, but secondly,
so the clashes are big, aren't they?
Yes.
The clashes, the struggle for hierarchy.
No, when the current minister assumed office, his assignment was one, deal with that man.
I do agree with you, by the way. I think that, I watched a video where Mr. Tumwebaze was given this document, which could have been a fake something, and he couldn't take a look at it. And I thought to myself, this is impunity. If he's being given a document in court, and he won't even take a look, what's he trying to achieve there? And two things. Don't
the lawyer say that there is a process through which court documents are delivered and served?
But why didn't he take a look at the document? Did he know what it was, actually? He was told that this is an apparent court document, and he refused to take a look. Held met on what? On impeaching the Lord Mayor. And for me, there are two things I want to talk about. One, that he's acting with impunity. And secondly, that he's just a coward. That he's a coward who is...
there is a lot of controversy. I need to...
Can I just give you this information?
Lord Mayor, I'll come back to that. You made two significant claims that one, the councillors that voted against you were bribed with $10,000. And you also claimed that they spent a night in a hotel, and they said that... and
they were all driven in a caravan to State Hall.
The bribes they received...
That very morning of Monday. They were driven in a caravan.
The bribes they received were coming over a period of time. And you said you stand by this statement.
I stand by that statement.
Including if these councillors decide to take you to court.
Oh my God.
Over them.
I'm telling you, I'm one person who knows the implications of the statement I'm making. And I have concrete evidence on this. So, this is a very serious matter. Because you are asking why these councillors, even some of them actually, they are confessing it to me.
Why would they confess to you?
You think you still have a working relationship?
Why they're confessing to you because they betrayed you or what? What's the point? I don't get it. Why did they confess to you that they took a bribe? It doesn't make sense to me.
You see, some of them, they confessed to me that they could not stand the kind of poverty they are facing at KCCA.
Someone confessed to take a bribe. Are you saying that someone confessed that they took a bribe?
I'm telling you, they were pushed against the wall. You know, this financial squeeze applied on them by the accounting officer. At one point, she had even to freeze their salary. At the time they signed the petition to impeach me in May last year, no, May this year, she had decided to cut off their salaries, all their emoluments, and the banks were on their necks.
No.
Because they had secured the loans, they were saying, please pay. And these councillors were all crying out. And everybody...
So why then did you proceed to and participate with this tribunal, yet you knew it was a flawed process from the start? Why did you choose to participate?
This is the very reason I'm telling Honorable Mama Mbabazi, General Ronda and everybody, please respect a court order. For me, I challenged that process, the tribunal process, before Justice Zeurikize. He agreed with me actually that the process was fraud, in that I was denied the right to cross-examine the councillors. He said there was there's no instrument appointing the tribunal.
So why
the
did
minister had never signed the tribunal.
Why did you give evidence
but listen, I was the first.
There was only one.
If I complete that statement.
Yes, complete it. We're running out of time. We need to be getting out of here in a moment.
The judge, that notwithstanding, the judge said, and the authority actually found that it was not fully constituted because councillors were not there, the 4 councillors. But that notwithstanding, the judge said I should appear before the tribunal and defend myself.
Okay.
So I was risking being accused of being defiant if I did not appear before the tribunal. I said, let me comply with this order, much as it's against me. The order that directed me to take the issue of interpretation of the act to council was also not in my favor. Justice Mwangusha saying, go back and take these matters to council. I had to comply, much as I disagreed. But now, who is Amama Mbabazi? Honorable, the Right Honorable Prime Minister? Yes. General Ronda Nyakairima. Honorable Frank Tumwebazi. And Grace Tuyagumana and the rest. To say we are not going to respect the judge,
and the Attorney General.
And the Attorney General. To say we are not going to respect the court order.
What are your options? And you announced on Thursday that you have a vision for Kampala. You have less than a minute to respond to that, because we need to get out of here.
You see, I have a vision to transform Kampala into a modern city. And I believe it has to be tested, it has to be subjected to scrutiny, it has to be a shared vision. I don't believe in a one man's vision, in a one man's rule. And this vision should be given space.
And you do that by...
And for me, I still maintain this kwara pano beat blah blah here is not taking us nowhere. I shudder.
That's the problem
today. Let me give you just an example.
Time is running out. We need to
time is running out. Just an example. Kampala is constituted of 1,200 kilometers of roads. Yeah. The portion which is tarmac is just 400 kilometers. 800 is Maram. And you the elites have no idea when Kampala would be tarmac all through. You have no idea. Whether it's in 5 years or 10 years, you have no idea. But you are saying, oh, thank you. But when we keep on injecting in every year, the road fund initially was 15 billion. Right now it's 45 billion from your budget. 45 billion. Our budget is 200 billion. And you don't want this accountability. And when I push for accountability, stop fighting.
You have an interesting way of sharing your vision by doing all these demonstrations and riots and walk. People call you the road mayor, not the Lord Mayor.
When I'm arrested from my home and detained or confined in my home, you say you are demonstrating. Say, when did I go out to demonstrate? Just tell me one day when you saw me going out to demonstrate. If I announce a rally that I'm going to interact with the people, that's my role. I have to reflect the will of the people in whatever I do.
Our time is out. I need to make a disclaimer. The views on the bribery and the allegations about the councillors were the views of the Lord Mayor. we will subject them to investigation.
Why are you so scared about that?
I'm not scared about anything. You made the claim, and I need to... You didn't produce evidence, and we don't have a councillor to counter your claims.
When I'm called up to defend myself on that, you rest assured you will not find me wanting.
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor Erias Lukwago, for making time for the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rodney, for making time for the show. And thank you very much to all our viewers for joining us tonight. And do join us again next Sunday for another exciting discussion right here on the Fourth Estate. Have a good evening.
Thank you.